Right, but it looks like Matheus Cunha is very close to joining Manchester United. In this video, we'll be looking at why Matheus Cunha is the perfect signing for Manchester United and Ruben Amorim. We'll be going through so many reasons, talking about it as well. So number one, proven Premier League quality. Now, obviously, he's had a very, very good time at Wolves coming from Atletico Madrid. He scored 16 goals and 4 assists in 31 Premier League games this season, despite their poor form. His ability to deliver in relegation threatened sides shows he can handle pressure and elevate United's lacklustre attack. And the Premier League quality is good because we've seen before, we've bought players, Sancho, Anthony, there's probably more as well, but I can't think off the top of my head, but players for Højlund is one, even Xerxes to an extent, but players who have potential, but they're just not Premier League proven, and that's something that causes the problem for them. And I think someone like Cunha, he's at the right age, 25, has that Premier League experience, does massively help Manchester United. Again, as I said, he scored 16 goals in a poor Wolves team. You look at Højlund, you look at players like that who haven't even scored that many goals this season, it does kind of see the levels in which he's at, and he is Wolves' best player. And number two, he's fit for the Ruben Amorim system. Wolves played a 3-4-3 as well. Ruben Amorim plays that as well. Now, obviously, all 3-4-2-1, 3-4-3, 5 at the back, whatever you want to call it. But it's a similar system, and he excelled in that left attacking position. I think Amorim's system, you can see we're crying out for someone who can carry the ball. Cunha's versatility to play as a left hand or a second striker, combined with his dribbling and his chance creation, makes him an ideal fit. I think he's perfect for that role, carrying the ball through midfield, picking us up on a counter-attack. And I remember in the few games he has played United, especially I've talked about before, Ten Hag's second season, I believe. The start of last season, the first game we played Wolves, he was fantastic at Old Trafford. Then this season when we played him at Molineux, he was again good. And when we played him on Sunday, didn't have his probably greatest game, but again, he's still a constant threat. And I think that the fact that he's fit into the system perfectly is always a benefit as well. Because you look at players that we've had, Garnacho, Rashford, who say they don't really fit into the system, and Cunha slots into that perfectly. Number three, he will solve United's goals issues. Manchester United forwards, you look at who we have, Xerxes, Højlund, Garnacho, they have struggled for goals. And Cunha's clinical finishing and ability to create something from nothing would add the spark United desperately need. And it kind of does take the pressure off Bruno Fernandes as well, because most of the time we are relying on Bruno Fernandes to give us the moment of magic. And I think if you do bring in someone like Cunha, it allows you to play Bruno further deeper. And that's where I think Bruno is best in this United team, where he can dictate from deep. There isn't too much reliance on someone like Bruno. And I think we need someone who can score goals. He's got left foot, right foot quality, can carry the ball, is a very powerful runner as well. And I think that's something United need. Number four, individual brilliance. As I said, just like there, United rely on Bruno Fernandes too much. Cunha can produce moments of magic himself. His ability to score and create chances in a struggling Wolves side showed they thrive with better teammates. And it's all about the team around him. Now, you look at the United team, he'd have players like Ahmad, potentially, Xerxes, Højlund, Garnacho, Bruno, Kobbie Mainoo. Like, these are sorts of players, no disrespect to Wolves, but they don't have that calibre at their team. And I think that will improve Cunha as a player. Now, obviously, there are concerns over his attitude, but I think that's something that he doesn't get many red. He's only got 1 red card in his career. But I think you need someone with that sort of attitude, that sort of mentality. I think United have had that over the years, and I don't think we've had that of recent times. And I think Cunha has that now. Number five, Ruben Amorim's admiration. Now, we've seen it after the game on Sunday. He was speaking to Cunha in the tunnel. Casemiro was speaking to him as well. At Molineux, he was talking to him as well. You can see in the pre-match interview for the game against Wolves, he talked about Cunha and his real quality. I think Amorim knows that sort of profile that you need in this United team, and we don't have it, and Cunha fits that perfectly. Also, reasonable transfer fee, £62.5 million. Yes, it does seem like quite a lot, but he's one of the better players in the Premier League. It's just the value in today's market. And yeah, he's keen to join the football club. So yes, 62.5 million does seem like a lot, but you have to look at it from a point of he's one of the best players in the Premier League, as I said, can score goals, get assists. He's coming into a team. If you look at his market value, which I can find out now, £47 million, so it will be 15 over his like 15 million over what he's actually worth, but again, he's worth it. 18 goal involvements in 28 matches in the league. As I said, in terms of seasons at Wolves, last season he got 22 goal contributions in 36 games. This season he's got 20 goal involvements in 31 games. So again, isn't the worst record if you look at where Wolves are in the Premier League. So yeah, he's a very, very good player, and I think he does have that ability to definitely transform this Manchester United team where he fits in. As I said, he will have quality players around him, the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, whether he plays right back or number 10, Mainu, even players like Ugarte. Like, there will be players there to help him, and I think his unique profile, his Premier League experience does massively help him at Manchester United. As I said, I'd be all over this deal. I think Cunha does have that quality. He'd be a great signing. He fits the Ruben Amorim system, which is a tick. Premier League proven, which again, as I've talked about earlier, we've signed players who haven't had that and they've massively struggled. So he just basically what you want is you want what you've been seeing from Cunha at Wolves, but just to transform into a United team. And yes, that's going to be difficult, but I think that's ultimately what United are trying to do. As I said, Ruben Amorim, he wants to join Manchester United. That's something that's been heavily reported from numerous sources. So again, that's always a positive. And again, the attributes is fantastic. So yeah, Matheus Cunha has emerged as a United target. It does seem like we are the front runners at the moment. There are clubs, other clubs interested in signing, the likes of Newcastle, Forest. Who else did I see? Chelsea. I can't remember, but there are going to be clubs chasing him, and United want to act early on this deal and see how quickly we can get it done. But yeah, there have been a couple of reasons. I think 6 reasons why United should sign Matheus Cunha from Wolves. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.